Straight from the rock, gotta show what I got. No, I can't stop. Young gun, no, I won't stop. Hurricane coming, still in Miami with convertible drop. For MLB 14 show, we're going to be going with a player from Puerto Rico. We're going to make him a first baseman. He's going to hit for contact. He's going to hit for power. He's going to be an okay fielder. He's going to play for the international team in the Topps Amateur Showcase. You know how I do. Top 100 baby names. We came up with Noah. There's no reason behind it. It just happens to be one of the top 100 Puerto Rican baby boy names. In terms of the last name, we came up with Rosario. I know a couple people with the last name, but that would never be the reason for me choosing the last name. In the newer games, you're able to match the names with audio, something that I wasn't able to do with Arata Yamamoto, so I try to take advantage of it going forward playing these games. It's kind of cool, but then it's funny because you'll never hear the names being called because we don't play with the audio, or at least record with the audio. But it's cool just seeing how the game kind of evolved throughout the years. I remember it just being Yamamoto with the hit. In terms of the age, he's going to be 22. In terms of the number, he's going to wear 24, like the cover star Miguel Cabrera. He's going to be right-handed and obviously born in Puerto Rico. We looked at the World Baseball Classic roster. The average height was 6'1". The average weight for that height was 205. And now comes my favorite part of the creation, trying to make him look like a Puerto Rican man. I feel like I've done a good job. Arata didn't have a template. Osvaldo, Moises, Mateo, all of them. I free hand created those guys. But back to the story. When it comes to Noah Rosario, he was born and raised in Puerto Rico. He attended the Puerto Rico Baseball Academy in high school, the same school as Carlos Correa. He then committed to the University of Miami, where he played from 2009 to 2013. During his time as a Hurricane, the team made the NCAA Tournament every year. Fast forward to present day. There's no crazy struggle or defection story, as the process in Puerto Rico is similar to the American process. You just got to play high school, be dominant, get scouted. You get a chance to go to college. A lot of guys go all over. I think they're one of the better countries in producing good college players, because in these other countries, you got to go play professional. You got to leave the country just to get seen. So I think they're a little bit more like the Americans, if that makes sense. So now we're at that point where he just has to go play well in the showcase games to try to get drafted high. That's it. I mean, you had guys like Osvaldo that had to defect. Arata. You got to pay the Japanese teams a ransom to get him. And then you got to negotiate. So it's kind of cool not having to go from different places and different ways. It's a little bit different than the DR, though, because in the DR, they'll sign you at like 15. I feel like they can in Puerto Rico, but I'm not sure if they do, just because Puerto Rican baseball is very similar to American baseball. So you just go the high school route. And then here I'm kind of editing stuff that has no bearing on his career. He will never play catcher. In terms of his stance, I want to make him as similar to Miguel Cabrera as possible. I feel like Miguel had a great career. So being able to have that archetype is going to be clutch. Wasn't it the Marlins that he won a championship with young? And he went to Detroit and was, the most, what would you call it, reliable player for, a decade, I feel like. And I remember growing up, him and Dontrell, they were my favorite players on the Marlins. So I think it's a great archetype to start with. So you see here, we got the amateur showcase. We got to play, I believe, 3 games. So let's get into the first game, man. His potential is only a C right now. And we'll jump into the fielding. Just get that out the way right away. And that's also Ken Griffey's number, so it's a cool number in my opinion. Regardless, this should be an easy out. Stretched a little bit. He should have been out. Easy work. Now let's get to the hitting, man. That's what we came here to see. I don't really care too much about the fielding. Probably see fielding one more time throughout his whole career. So let's get to what we came to see. We have bottom of the first, 1 on, 2 outs, first pitch, put it in play, down the third base line. Easy work. Can't get no easier. Literally. And this is one of those, we only have so many opportunities that we need to capitalize. And at least this time we kind of have a chance to up our draft stock, those kinds of things. That's a little bit cool. So here we go again. It is bottom of the third, no one on, 1 out. Let's see what we could do with it. We're down by 1, by the way. Early. So before, with Aratar, you just choose a team. With Sebastian, we got drafted. And then now we're back to, we're at a place where we can determine our draft position by how we play. So this is the first time for that, is what I'm saying. Come on with it. I'm down 0-2. I got to do something. Let me get that. Is that gone? It's a nice little hit. Oh, it's out of here. That's a great way to start my career. I mean, you see with Moises, I was playing on like a rookie level. I ain't playing on rookie level no more. So that was a legit home run to start off my career. Man, he going slow. I ain't gonna lie. And the only thing I don't like about home runs, which you can't really find much to not like about an instant point, is when I hit a home run and it's just me. Like solo home runs to me kind of get me mad, bro. I'm trying to get the 2-run, 3-run, something crazy. But with that being said, we end up going 2 for 4. And we barely lost, but I mean, shit, it's a showcase game. I just gotta be able to show the major league teams I can hit. I don't care about winning or losing. That ain't my problem. That's the pitcher problem. He the one that's about to look crazy, not me. God damn, 19 hits? What we out there doing, bro? Like, you get a hit, you get a hit. 19 is crazy. And yeah, you played 9 innings, but come on now. Damn, I ended up striking out at the end. So I started off hot my first 2 at-bats. That's cool. Either way, for me, I'm looking at it like 1 game down, 2 more to go. I swear I'm not tripping. 500. All right, let's get into game number 2. My potential went up to B. And that's what I'm all about right now. What's crazy is they got us in the red and blue, basically Puerto Rico colors. That's kind of cool. So here we are, top of the first, 2 on, 2 out. Big situation right here. Let's see what we could do with it. Oh, hell no. Why would I chase that? It's crazy because as it left his hand, it was obviously about to go high. Tripping. Late swing. Unnecessary swing altogether. Okay. I see what you on. So we can get into go against the Central team. I don't even know. Would that be like Iowa? Ohio? Like a Midwest kind of team? Like, where is Central? Oh, yeah. Just barely. I'm about to say that one was gone too. I like seeing the little yellow under the ball, man. I'm like, all right, that ball about to be up out of here. Just a little bit late on that one. Hey, bro, what are you doing? We gonna move runners. Let them advance, I guess. Out here looking crazy, bro. I'm a person, I'm a swing, so you already got me to where I'm behind, but I guess you let me even up the count, and now everybody's in scoring position, so come on, what is that? Is that out? Lucky for me. That could have been an easy fly out. I got lucky, I ain't gonna lie. Come on with it, man. It's a long ass of bat, bro. Bro, what am I doing? Like, everything is late. Everything is getting fouled off. I mean, at least I'm battling and I'm not just going down right away, but man, too many goddamn pitches. Let's go. And now you throw it away again. Because you nervous. Shit, I ain't nervous. I'm just not playing well. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Get your timing together. Get you 2 easy RBI. Let me get that. Right by the first baseman. Let me see. Can we get 2 off that? Oh, he's a dumbass, bro. Ended the inning doing that dumb stuff. How am I 0 for 1? Did that not count? That is sick, bro. I got the RBI. So here we are, top of the third. No one on, no one out. First pitch. Some bull crap. So you're going to have a couple at bats in this one. If, man, that first one didn't count, bro, for real. I know I was safe. This idiot got thrown out. Oh, let me, caught me slipping, man. I was about to say, let me get that, bro. First time for this video, boy caught me slipping. Let me get that. Let's go, right on cue. I like those hits, but I always be feeling like if the outfielder was a little bit better, they could throw you out from there, bro. But when you look at where the first baseman is, who you throwing out, that fool is trying to be a cutoff. So, I don't know. I guess if I was to coach baseball, I'll probably say, hey, let him make the play and then just stand on first base, bro. So I'm having a long day, 1 for 3 so far. Not really good, but all I need is one more hit. That's all I need. Here we are, top of the 7th. No one on, no one out. And we're up big. First pitch. Let's go. That's all I need. I just got to show I could put the ball in play, man. I don't need a home run. I already had one last game, so I'm cool on that. Just keep putting the ball in play. Get a nice little batting average. Get yourself drafted. That's all it is. That's a solid hit. Yeah, see? Easy day in terms of now that we're back up to, 2 for 4? That's all you need. Oh, dang. We ended up finishing 2 for 5. Bro, we should have been 3 for 5. I don't understand how we didn't get that hit, bro. Somebody gonna have to explain baseball to me. How this idiot gets thrown out and that takes a hit away from us. Like, somebody gotta explain it. Because it's not adding up. We ended up blowing them boys out, though. Another big hit performance. Like, why is it like 14 hits like it's nothing? Either way, like I said last time, I don't know. Man, I get this off my screen. Where was I out at? 9-2. That was them base stealing stupid shit they was doing, bro. Why? How that affect me? Either way, we got one more game. I'm hitting 444 angel numbers. So let's get it, man. And here we go. Of course, last game we're going to have a rough start to it. 0 for 2 already. We're here bottom of the 6th. No one on, 1 out. And we're up big, so we just got to put the ball in play. That's an easy hit, dummy. Why would you hang that? That's what I needed right there. And I love being a first pitch hitter. I feel like it kind of sets the tone for the whole at-bat. Or, shit, the whole game. Because the at-bat's over. I already got the hit. So, yeah, I feel like that's an aggressive way to play it. Just swing. I know growing up I was taught to kind of watch the first pitch. I hate that stuff, bro. So I ended up going 1 for 3. That was my only hit. And we did win. So if you're keeping score, we 2-1 in these games so far. Obviously, I wish I could have did a little bit more, but I ended up still going 1 for 3. So it's not going to hurt my batting average too much. There you go. A normal game finally. Shit, bro. Out here with these fake ass 12, 14 hits, 19 hits. Like, come on, bro. Back to reality. 7 hits. Great defense. Dang, somebody had an error. That's how I got on base. That's cool, I guess. I'm not really worried. I mean, this was all just a little showcase like we talked about. A way for me to show MLB teams what I could do. So they're saying I'm an early first round pick, but I want to select my team. And the reason why is this career is going to go through all the next few games. So I want to play for the Astros. They have the number 1 overall pick.
Welcome back to the Major League Baseball first-year player draft. The first round is complete, so we will now begin the second round. The first pick is now officially on the clock. With the first pick in the second round, the Houston Astros select Noah Rosario, a first baseman from the International region.
Okay, so we're making our way through the second round now. The next team is on the clock, but before we get to their pick, guys, what do you think of the most recent selection?
Well, I think it's a solid pick. At this point, teams are looking to grab those guys they've had their eye on that maybe fell out of the first round. And I got to think they're excited to see this guy get to this point in the draft. We got to see him in action a little bit leading up to today, and he looked pretty decent. I guess we'll just have to wait and see if he can develop into a legitimate big league talent.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm ready to guarantee that this guy's going to fly through the minor leagues and then tear it up at the major league level, but I do think he's got a good shot. He looks like he's got all the tools to be successful, but of course, it's really going to come down to how he performs down in the minor leagues. I'm sure he's excited to get his career started, and I bet this organization is very excited right now about their future with him.
Drafted by Houston, but the way how I set that up by kind of choosing what team I went to, I forced myself to get drafted lower. So I chose Houston, being that I'm going to be using this career for the next couple years, and I wanted to be able to win a couple championships. And they only had the number 1 overall pick. So I did a couple simulations. I would have went 5th overall to Chicago, but again, I don't like going to teams where other players that I have played with before where they already supposed to be at. So I wanted to go to Houston, and it made me end up getting drafted in the second round. And I got some good potential, but I don't know. I kind of feel like I got robbed, but I did it to myself. So let's get into it, man. We're in AA here in Corpus Christi, and I'm just excited to start my career because I did it to myself. Being a second round pick, being the first pick in the second round is definitely not bad when it comes to baseball, but I definitely robbed myself of some money too as well, because obviously I would have been a top 5 pick. But it is what it is. Let's get the career started. We're here, top of the first, 2 on, 1 out, and we have a chance to make a impact right away. That was a horrible pitch. If I was to be a first pitch aggressive swinger, I'd have been an idiot. That was horrible, bro. You gotta come with something because you're already in a jam and the game just started, bro. I think I'm going up against Tulsa. I mean, who else is TUL? Second pitch, first hit. Gonna get us 1 RBI right there. Move the guy from, oh, wow. That was a good throw. Move the runner from first to third. That's great. First career AA hit right off the bat. For the Corpus Christi Hooks. They must got fishing over there or something in Corpus Christi, because why would they name themselves the Hooks? Obviously, it's cool to be in Texas. But yeah, couldn't tell you. Let's get into our first fielding opportunity. That boy name is Gutierrez. That boy look like me. I love it. I know block, papi. I know block. Love it. That boy look like me. It's crazy. Man, we blowing them boys out. But of course we are. It's bottom of the third. We already up big. I mean, that's what happened. Oh, what am I doing? Going the wrong way. That's what happens when your pitcher gives up all them damn runs in the first inning, though. He was getting smoked. And it's supposed to be opening day, so that's supposed to be your best pitcher. That boy bamboozled you. 1 for 3 so far. See if we could get 2 hits in our first game, which is kind of what we've been doing. So top of the ninth, we got 1 on, 1 out. We up big. This is just going to be me trying to stat pad. Wait, is that gone? Like I said, when it got yellow on it, yeah, that's gone, bro. First home run in my first game. That's so cool. I ain't going to lie. I don't mean to sound cheesy, but come on now. 2-run home run. The game's already over. It's not like it'll give me MVP because of this home run, but I'm happy. Like I said, I was kind of a steal to slide all the way to the second round, and it wasn't a slide, it was a choice by me. But top 5 talent. Baseball is so weird. Like, for example, if you're a senior and you had a good career, you could be a top 5 player, but that's why I say everything kind of works out, because he could have fell. They like the young guys in the top 5 from what I've seen from draft history. But when you're a solid player, good college career, played for a winning team, did good in the showcase, you definitely deserve to be a top 5 pick. I just don't see how it would have made sense. So we ended up winning. I went 2 for 4, and we won 10-5. I don't know, man. For me personally, I wouldn't want to be on the same team as Sebastian as he's trying to figure his life out. It just don't make sense. So 2013, did he have just win Rookie of the Year or something like that? So yeah, I ain't trying to be over there, man. Now, like when he came and played with Mateo, that was cool, right? When it happened on his own, or when, like, I think our time ended up playing with Osvaldo. Like, that organic stuff is cool to me, but if I have a chance to decide, I'm not going to want to go play with these people, bro. It's weird. Even though I probably should have, looking back, hindsight, top 5 draft picks say, nah, I ain't going to these teams. It's crazy, because then you end up falling. Free falling, too, because if you think about it, what is this? What am I looking at? Could have swore we got into, yeah. So if you free fall, you really don't have no say on where you go. If I was to just let it happen organically, even if I dropped from top 5, right, would have went top 10, would have went top 20, like those kinds of things. So it is what it is. We're going through. We already got called up to AAA within the second month of being in the organization. So that's actually good. Let's get into that first game. Might as well. We got Omaha. Are we Oklahoma City? There goes my ankle, by the way. Yeah, so we're Oklahoma City. Home game against Omaha. I didn't even look at my numbers. I really didn't care. I'm more excited to be here. So bottom of the second, no one on, no one out. I'm just happy to be here at this level. First pitch, first hit. We're in the number 25. That's Bond's number. That's the other thing about these games that I don't like, is they always change the number. But, shoot, to go from Ken Griffey's number to Barry Bonds' number ain't too bad. I ain't too mad about that. That's his first hit ball right there. Easy work. And he had to have been playing well to get called up that quickly. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to the numbers, but that's one of the good things about this game, is it's realistic. You out here doing what you need to do. End up going 1 for 3. We end up winning 2-1. Back to the realistic baseball. But if you do your job, bro, you'll get called up. Especially when you're 20-something years old, bro. And you was a steal in the draft. They know you was a top 5 pick. So I don't think they're going to hold you in the low levels and try to finesse you, if that makes sense. You're old enough, so you should be ready for professional baseball by now. You got underdrafted. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it rocking. Hopefully we could try to make the all-star team, because that's the good thing about getting called up early is when you stay on a AA team long enough, okay, you're going to be a AA all-star, right? But then when they call you up to AAA, then it's like it starts all over again. So now, okay, you're not going to be a AAA all-star. But the cool thing about the last couple of years I noticed is you could always be a part of that, like the rising stars kind of game. So we'll see right here where we are and what we're going to be able to do. Obviously get a pay raise, which is all cool. This game is so weird because your first year, you don't know what you're playing for. You just know you're on the team playing. Try to get my contact up. And then try to get... Yeah, that's it right there. I mean, remember the advancement goals that kind of messed up Osvaldo's career at the end? Yeah, I'm doing all that stuff in silence, in secret. So far, 25 games, he's been playing well. I mean, 343, I believe. I swear, I don't be able to, like, see stuff fast enough as I used to. I feel like I'm getting old, or, like, this goddamn computer's too far. I can't see. 366 in the last 10 games. What is going on, bro? Did I really play 25 games already for this new club? That was quick. So when we look at the first base position when it comes to all-stars, what? I'm hitting 343. Yeah, I think it said 4 home runs, 25 hits, something like that. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I'm getting old, bro. No surprise I'm going to be a part of the futures game. I'm actually excited. I've hit 343 to this point with 4 home runs in just 25 games. And then in the last 10 games, I've been hitting 366 with 15 hits and like 11 RBI, something crazy. So we're going to be playing in the game. So top of the 4th, no one on, 2 outs, down by 3, and we get a hit past the third baseman. I mean, that's all I needed to do. This is that game. What is it even called, though? We get our second at bat. The Futures game. That's what it's called. The Futures game. So here we are, top of the 7th. No one on, no one out. Close game, down by 1. First pitch again, bro. That's all I need to keep doing. That's all I need to keep doing, putting the ball in play. Home runs are cute, but we just got to keep putting the ball in play. Here we go. We're 2 for 3 so far, so we're probably going to continue having a great night. We're here in Minnesota, so I'm being able to show major league clubs what I could do. Because you know when you're in the minors, you're not playing in the damn Minnesota Twins stadium. So everybody's here. Top of the 9th, 2 on. God dang, 1 out. And we end up getting whacked. First pitch. Let's go, man. 3 for 4 so far. That's all I need to do. Give me a nice little RBI. I would have loved to hit a home run in this situation, but, I mean, we got all the eyes on us here. All the major league teams. It's All-Star Weekend, I believe. So, I end up going 3 for 4. Great game for me. Rest of the team, I feel like we kind of rallied in the 9th inning, but we ended up losing 8-6. And the American team did their thing. Minnesota got a nice little situation. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they're always just right there with Joe Mauer, for example. They the ones, Cleveland is the ones that had CC Sabathia and stuff like that before he was able to get loose and go to the Yankees. But either way, 3 for 4, great game for me. Couple singles, but it is what it is. we got to get back to the regular season. And what I'm going to do, simulate through the All-Star game that I'm obviously not going to be a part of. At least I got to be a part of the Futures game. And now let's simulate through the rest of the season. And I'm not going to lie, the way how it is, I hope we make the playoffs, but I'm not really tripping because I guess I've been here long enough, but I'm not going to sit here and say it was my fault or not my fault if we don't make the playoffs or if we don't do well. So I'm just simulating. Looks like we're doing well. We're like 10 games over 500. But obviously, we didn't make the playoffs. I don't understand how. Well, AAA is a little bit different. I guess they only get the winners of their... Yeah, we was just right there. A couple games back from winning it. And it looks like we hit 342 with 16 home runs. That's not bad. In 65 games, by the way. So that's definitely not bad. Let's simulate through the postseason. Probably won't get called up here in September. I mean, the season's already basically over. So, yeah, we probably won't get called up. But the Tigers won the World Series. And now the thing for me to do is continue to train. Like I said, I'm not going to show y'all every single time I train and get better, but you know I'm working on my contact. You know I'm working on my power. That boy hit 16 home runs. That boy be hitting the ball now. So that's that. Let's get to the offseason, see what kind of contract we can sign. They got a couple guys retiring. Not my goddamn problem. So I got an offer here, and it is 1 year, $74,000 as a AA starter. That's crazy. I was just in AAA. But what I want to do is obviously try to get 2 years, kind of give myself some wiggle room. It kind of sucks because I could have just took the 1 year deal and tried to re-up after every single season, but I'm going to try to get 2. I've been doing that the past couple careers, try to give myself some stability and wiggle room. So they would really want me to be around that 70, but I ended up getting them 2 years, 177. So that's like, what, 80 some? Just a little bit below 90. And it looks like I got drafted by San Diego, which is crazy. This is the first time that's ever happened to me, getting drafted in the Rule 5 draft. So they basically made it to where I wasn't protected. And San Diego said, cool, he's our guy coming off the bench for our team this next season at 23 years old. So I'm straight to the majors, it looks like.
Houston
And there
had
goes
it.
the
Like
end of
the
another one of my
established.
videos.
Told them to go ahead and rehab it. Now I'm in
See you
Atlanta with
soon.
all the dirty dancing.